Hey guys, Grimnar here, bringing you some Halo 2 Anniversary, some doubles gameplay. This is a game between Hyperion and myself against Rapscallion and Sanix. The reason why I'm bringing this game is because I want to kind of extend an olive branch to the classic Halo type style. I was a big fan of Halo 4 back in the day, and like Halo 5 not so much, but definitely Halo 4, which was seen as definitely a backstep for the whole Halo community and everything. And the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of people are talking about bringing back classic Halo and such like that. To be honest, the only thing I don't like about classic Halo as opposed to Halo 4 and such like that is definitely the medals and being able to sprint. Like, Halo 5 extended the sprint with all of these new armor abilities and such, clamber, thruster pack. Well, I guess thruster pack was in Halo 4, but now it's like a default for Halo 5. Clamber, thruster pack, what else do they have? The Spartan Charge, oh my god, how could I almost forget about the Spartan Charge? That's embarrassing. The Spartan Charge, the slide, I'm okay with the slide, but really, I think that Halo 5 should just be the sprint. It should just be sprint. I like how Halo 5 balanced sprint, how if you're running constantly, you don't get to recharge your shields, which incentivizes people to stop sprinting for a little bit. Otherwise, you just run around without shields the whole time. Nice grenade. But also with their new summer playlist that Halo 5 did, how it balanced sprint even more so, where if you're not sprinting, you don't show up on the radar. Of course, some people could argue that to not have sprint entirely and just show everybody up on the radar would be an equal balance to that. I would agree, unfortunately. But at the same time, I love using sprint, I have to say, you know. It makes Halo feel even more fast-paced than it normally is. It brings a new intensity to Halo that I think is very much appreciated. That being said, as to the classic Halo, everybody turns to Halo 2 and 3. That's kind of the golden age for Halo, right there. The unfortunate bit is that I hate Halo 3. I cannot stand Halo 3. I'm good at it. A lot of people don't understand why I don't like it. The fact is that you take damage like a brick, you feel like a brick, you're just walking around sluggish like a tank, and I'm just not a fan of that. To me, if you're a super soldier, you should be bouncing off the rails, you know? You should be the ultimate machine, super fast, super adrenaline. You should feel like a super soldier, you know? And if I'm walking around like this big hulking tank that moves at like 3 kilometers an hour, then I don't feel like a super soldier. I feel like I'm wearing this suit that is not meant for my body, you know? That's how I feel about Halo 3, and to me that's just not fun, not to mention the bullet projectile thing, whatever that garbage was. Not a fan of that. But, of course, at the same time, I thought Halo 2 was an excellent game. And Halo 1 is my all-time favorites, of course. So I can definitely extend that olive branch back to it, and I feel like there is no better game than that than Halo 2 Anniversary. And I think gameplay such as this really highlights that this is kind of the middle ground that you could go back to with doing a classic Halo type style and everything like that. And the gameplay, it plays really well. Like, I thoroughly enjoy Halo 2 Anniversary, and I don't know why you couldn't possibly go back to it. It makes all the sense in the world. So the only drawbacks that I would have is the medals. Like, well, I don't know the name of the announcer guy for Halo, but when he says stuff like Retribution, Comeback, no, not Comeback Kill, God, get rid of that medal. There's Sanix falling off the edge like a scrub. Yeah, not Retribution. Well, no, Retribution, not Comeback Kill. What's another really good one? Revenge. Oh my god, I don't know why that's not in Halo 5. I absolutely love getting revenge kills. That's probably my favorite medal to get of all time. But when he says stuff like that, that makes me feel good. Could you imagine if there was one in the next Halo game that he's like, Ninja, or something like that? When you pull it off, you'd feel like an absolute badass when he says that, you know? Especially when you just pull it off. It's like, yeah, I pulled it off, and I feel even better on top of it because the guy said it. But yeah, I love the medal system, and I feel like Halo 5 almost took it too far with, geez, you get all kinds of pointless medals. I'll even throw them up right here, right now. And there's so many that are pointless, like even Hat Trick, you know? It's like, okay, so I got 3 guys in a row with a sniper. It's like, if I'm not getting 3 guys in a row with a sniper, then I'm not a good sniper. A sniper should be 1 shot, 1 kill, you know? If I'm using multiple shots, then I'm not a good sniper. But in any case, I've never been truly a top-notch sniper. I'll admit to that. But there definitely is a place for Halo 2 Classic type style, like Halo 2 Anniversary. I would definitely agree with that. But at the same time, you can never go back to what you once had. And I feel like that's what a lot of the people that complain about the modern Halos is, that they want a Halo 2.5, Halo 3.5, something stupid like that. Even when Halo 2 Anniversary came out, a lot of people were still upset with it, saying that it wasn't the same type of Halo that they remember. It's like, well, it never will be. And a lot of the more recent Halos give the old Halos flack for that. Look at this ambush, perfectly set up by the opposition. Nothing I could do. But in any case, like, a lot of the more recent Halos, they always say the same thing about the old Halos, that you can never go back. As much as you try, as much as you beg, as much as you complain constantly, you can never go back to what you once had, and you're just sore losers, and Halo has to adapt all that. I would agree with that to a sense, in that you can't go back. It will never be the same as you remember it. That cannot happen. But at the same time, you could come out with something like this, where Halo 2 Anniversary is, and it matches a couple of areas of the old Halos, and at the same time, it brings something a little bit new, a little bit more fresh to Halo, which I really like. To me, you could definitely go places with stuff like Halo 2 Anniversary. And that's kind of my argument here, is that if you do try and go to conventional Halo, back to basics, all that, get rid of this whole armor ability jazz, although I would love to see Sprint be in here, of course, implementing correctly. His teammates stuck him there. But if you did want to go back to classic Halo, I would say that Halo 2 Anniversary is what you should be looking at, and what you should be almost championing for 343, because there is no real credible source for them. And of course, they would look at going back to Halo 2, back to any Halo Classic, as a risk, of course. Why would you risk something that there is no surefire guarantee that you're going to make money off of? As opposed to the more recent Halos, where it might not be what the entire community wants, but at least a certain amount will, that you'll make money off of it, you know? Whereas the classic Halos type style, there's no guarantee of that minimum bar that you might reach. Others could say that gaming is always a risk, and you should always be willing to take risks and such. Well, that hasn't really panned out for 343 in recent memory, especially with Halo 4 and 5. Even though I absolutely loved Halo 4, I had an absolute best time on Halo 4. But if they want to take it serious, then anybody making that argument for Classic Halo should be looking at Classic Halo. And with that, I'm going to end this video because I feel like I'm starting to ramble here. But that's my argument on the case. Let me know what you think. Does Halo 2 Anniversary hold any merit in making a new Classic Halo game? I believe it does. What do you think? Alright, this is Grimnar. I'm out of here.